tat on me. I might jump on the stage with a stick on me. Every cornerback with me got a pick on him. Every Glock in it big got a dick on it. How you watching my live, won't click on it. I'm a butt on a rolling, no tick on it. They ain't tell you about root, I got a kick on me. I just pray that my dog don't switch on me.
What's happening with y'all, Reset TV? It's your boy Gravitating Away, and I don't know about y'all. Before this Drake Kendrick beef got dark, hot, cold, dark, I'm just enjoying it, you know, regardless of how it ended out. You know, I'm just enjoying it. Shout out to Kendrick, by the way. I'm not gonna be biased, but you know, I told you so. And we'll leave it there, because end of the day, Drake's been on the top for what? The better part of 10 years. So did he really lose? I guess he did. If you're talking about, you know, rap battle. And Kendrick, let's just get this out of the way. He's built for this. If y'all don't know, Kendrick basically started out battle rapping, you know, here and there. You can check out some of his YouTube videos, you'll catch it. But there's always those folks, right, that wants in on the party, but because they're not the top dogs in the party, right, meaning the people that we all came to see, they gotta be the wet blanket. They gotta be the Debbie Downer. And today's Debbie Downer goes to Boosie. Little Boosie comes out with a post, and dare I say, moving the goalposts all of a sudden, right? So before I go in with my commentary, let's read what old wise one Boosie had to say. Boosie drops a post where he says, "I never seen so many men excited to see men tearing each other down through music." I can't believe Boosie of all people is dropping this. All right, I got to get myself back together and read this properly. Okay, let's start over. "I never seen so many men excited to see men tearing each other down through music. Shaking my head. The men are more excited than the women. LOL. I came in the casino of mother effers leave his girl and ask me, Boosie, who do you think going down, Drake or Kendrick? Shaking my head. Like, that's what you thinking about with a baddie on your side? They always revert to like making it about your sexuality. Very funny. Let's move on. Question for the world. Do y'all really want one of these great artists' career done because they lost a rap battle? Do y'all want all what they have done for hip hop overshadowed by rap beef? Dude, it's so much to really lament on, but let's continue. They talking about children, baby mamas, dirt, fiancés, molestation, pedophiles, etc. Boosie, you mean the things you talk about? But let's move on. Shit then got real. I hope y'all don't think these artists and crews shaking hands and smiling when they see each other. Nobody gonna be safe in the next artist city. Not to mention when other artists start picking sides and getting involved, shaking my head, that's when shit gets serious. Hashtag just speaking facts. Really? Just speaking facts? One of the first things we can already subtract from this so-called wise ones post is when other artists start picking sides. You mean like how you just totally threw Gunna under the bus? Huh, Boosie? Or like when you threw your so-called homeboy T.I. under the bus? All related to snitching allegations? All detrimental things that never uplift the black community? Is it that's what you're talking about, Boosie? I mean, I'm finding so much things wrong with this, yo. You talking about baby mamas, dirt, fiance, molestation. You mean your never-ending battle with the so-called LGBTQIA community? I mean, I ain't got no smoke with that community, but all I'm saying is it always seems to be on top of your head when you're talking about it, right? Talking about one another's sexuality because we dare get hyped over a rap beef that we've been dying for, those of us that are real hip-hop heads, because the many Boosies of the world that has taken over the rap game and made it about so-called stripes, invisible stripes at that, about certain codes the majority of us don't live by. Even if we have once upon a time in our lives, we outgrew it. It's called adulthood. some of you are gonna say this is a very mature response from Boosie. Here's what I gotta say. Nobody asked. Nobody was thinking of Boosie while this rap beef was going on. The problem that I have with Boosie's response is I didn't only see it from him. A lot of these so-called street rappers are understanding how times are changing now. There's a tilt going on with how rap was just about a few weeks ago, right? Where degenerate culture has watered down hip hop. Now, some people say this beef is orchestrated to bring back hip hop because hip hop has been falling in terms of numbers, etc. Nonetheless, a lot of people are excited because they're seeing a taste of pen work. Now, despite the content of what Kendrick is dropping or Drake, where some people feel like they're taking it too far, I personally do not care. Finally, we see something that's giving younger rappers the example of what a good pen looks like. We can fact check down the road. Battle rap, if you're in the audience, right? You don't got time to worry about fact checking if you're just enjoying the back and forth. That's all we were doing. Here comes Boosie. Because here's the thing, when the light is not on y'all, you feel bothered, you feel insecure. See, as long as you was talking about bang 'em up, shoot 'em up, and how real your life was, and certain codes that you really was perpetrating, Boosie, for the better part of your career, where was this talk about being safe, protecting people, protecting the community, grown men tearing each other down as much as men you talked about in your entire career? The hypocrisy is at an all-time high with a lot of you. And I would take note, Boosie, or anybody that followed the path of a Boosie and come in this hip-hop game. Hopefully, if we really won, right, this entire beef that's going on with all these rappers, if we the fans won, hopefully the next great artists realize they can't just talk about all the degenerate crap they've done in the street. You gotta bring your pen game. That's what it's about when it's all said and done. Mind you, there's a poetic element to street rappers. I'm not taking away that they're telling you their so-called real life of what they've been through, but can we just be real for a second? The majority of these so-called street rappers are perpetrators. There would not be a 1090 Drake, right, if it wasn't for the fact that most of these rappers are giving you a fictional tale of their lives. But I digress. I'm curious what y'all think about Boosie's post. As hypocritical as it is, it's almost like, damn, you know, the light is finally back on real penmanship, with which honestly I can say, Boosie, you're not necessarily a lyrical rapper, but you know, I'm not gonna say you're not a part of hip hop, but if I was to put you in a category, I would say your music was a part of a lot of detrimental things, no matter how much I enjoyed it growing up. But guess what? I was a child. I was a young man. I got older. I realized the distinction between a lot of the stuff you talked about that, guess what? I couldn't really talk to my children about certain positivities, and I'm over here glorifying the old music of a Boosie. What say y'all in the comment section? This was Gravitating Away on Reset TV. Real quick, if you're new to the channel, tap in, subscribe, help your boy break this algorithm. But man, it's like finally the game is about the penmanship, and here comes Boosie trying to bring it back to the street culture. Like, bro, you're not that so-called guy that's about positivity, and we all know what you're still pushing out here. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. These are the men that I would aspire you guys never to follow, never to respect in the end. You got to pick a side when it comes. It's either about uplifting your community or it's about really destroying it. But you can't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and then come, you know, throw a rain on the parade with this Kendrick Drake thing. And I'm almost willing to bet y'all that a lot of guys like Boosie, and I've seen some other guys, their tone is very dark. And I would bet y'all it's because Drake got that ass spanked. I swear if it was the other way around, they all would have been chiming in like Gilly, weirdo vibes over there. I don't know what battle he's been watching. He claimed that, you know, it's Drake that's winning. I'm lost, but I know what's going on. I understand, but it's all good. Kendrick got some straightening out here. And shout out to Drake too, because end of the day, he participated. But Boosie, we don't need these backhanded comments, and you don't stand on these words. And I'll leave it there. I'ma holla at y'all.